Tim Taggart, certified Generac master technician as well as technical communicator for Modern Group Power Systems here in Bristol, Pennsylvania. And what I'd like to do today is go over operation, inspection, as well as who to call on this industrial generator here. It's a 35 kW specifically for businesses. So this is, right now we have the enclosure off of it. Normally you're going to have an enclosure on it unless it's inside of an engineering department, which in that case it will almost look identical to this right here without an enclosure. So the operation of a generator, what kind of generator you may have, this one's kind of a smaller one. Like I said, it's a 35 kW. We make much larger generators, all the way up to 2 and 3 meg units. But this one right here, we're going to go over the operation just like anything else. When you lose utility power, the generator will sense it through your transfer switch. It'll start the generator, and then of course it'll send power to the transfer switch, and then it'll transfer to the building. Once the utility power comes back, the transfer switch will sense that, put it back to the generator, it'll cool down, and then of course shut down back in automatic. So that's the operation of it, that it should work like that. And normally you're going to have the switch in the automatic position as such. So on your inspection, going through and looking at your generator, the things you want to look at on a weekly basis, especially if it's for your building or you see a storm coming up, you want to make sure that you're ready for it. It's always a good idea just to make sure you check all of these basic things here. Of course, first thing we want to look at right here is the controller. If at any time you have a fault, I'm going to give it a fault like an emergency stop. It has an emergency stop button here. You'll see what we have here is a flashing red light here. That tells us that we have a problem. So that way, if the generator is called to run, nothing happens. So we're going to turn it off. We're going to reset the emergency stop. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to go to the alarm and clear that. Everything here is user friendly. Very easy to go through. You don't have to worry about messing anything up. The customer can do that. However, if you do have questions, any kind of warnings or alarms, what we recommend is that you take a picture of the screen, take a picture of the alarm, and you can definitely call us. Sometimes I can walk you through and tell you how to clear the alarm. It could be just something as simple as someone hit the e-stop. Something simple. So that's what you do on it in case you have an emergency. But we'll get back to other emergencies later. So we're going to start over here. See right here, this is an overflow bottle for your coolant. You always want to make sure you have some sort of coolant in here. What this uses is standard ELC 50/50 coolant. And what we'll do is we'll come out here when we're doing our service and we'll make sure this right here is topped off. You don't want to overfill it. You only want it to be no more than halfway filled. So you're going to make sure on your weekly inspection that's going to be at least halfway, or at least what you got right there. That's a quarter right now, so we're still good. The next thing we want to do is check our oil. Like I said, on a weekly basis, it's going to be done from here. And all the engines have dipsticks on them, just like on your car. So you can see right here, it has plenty of oil. And depending on the type of engine, will depend on the type of oil. We normally use synthetic oil, and when we change the oil, we usually don't go any further than on running hours, 250 hours, or on a yearly basis. It really needs to be changed. A lot of customers think that if you don't run it, you don't need it, but on a yearly basis, if you don't change the oil, it will degrade. And also, the next thing you want to do is you want to make sure your battery doesn't have any kind of corroded cables on it. If you do see anything like that, you definitely want to give us a call. Normally, batteries, we give them 2 to 3 years, no more than that, because if anything more than that is definitely going to be a liability for you. And being a home or office or any type of emergency outage, you want that generator to work. So it's best to look ahead when you have these issues. If you do see any problems, you definitely want to give us a call and we can help you with them. So if you do have any kind of faults on the generator here, you want to take a picture, like I said, also with your breaker here. That should be on the up position at all times. That way it will send power in the case of an emergency. So you're going to have that on and in an automatic, and you should be ready to go. And as far as any other kind of faults that you may see, these are just basic things that we can talk you through. However, if you want maintenance or you need maintenance or any kind of fault or warranty issues for your generator or any kind of generator for that matter, you can call the number on the screen or go online to moderngroup.com.